Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, October 28th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. A search for a killer in Suffolk County right now. Police say 29-year-old Justino Alfaro Avila of Huntington Station was stabbed to death at a party in Huntington Station around 2 yesterday morning on Landis Avenue. A 39-year-old man was also stabbed. He survived. It's not clear what led up to the stabbings. This Hicksville man is due in court today, accused in a deadly hit and run that killed a bicyclist. Police say Wilfredo Blanco Molina was driving drunk early yesterday morning when he killed a man on a bike here on Old Country Road in Westbury. Police say Blanco Molina was found with a white powdery substance believed to be cocaine when he was arrested near the Wantagh Parkway. Jury selection is expected to continue today in the trial of a former West Islip Marine charged in a chokehold death on a city subway. Daniel Penny has pleaded not guilty to manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely last year. No jurors have been chosen yet. Election Day is a week from tomorrow, and former President Trump delivered his closing arguments to voters at a rally at MSG. The Republican candidate for president painted the nation as failing due to Democrats at the world's most famous arena yesterday.
We're bringing back the American dream, and we're going to bring it back at the highest level that you've ever seen. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda with a landslide that is too big to rig.
Many people spoke at the rally, including Hulk Hogan, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who mocked Latinos and called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage, quote. Kamala Harris is focused on swing states. Yesterday, the vice president looked to energize voters in Philadelphia, a crucial Democratic stronghold.
And we must not wake up the day after the election and have any regrets about what we could have done.
Harris will appear with former President Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen at a rally today at Temple University in Philly. She'll be in Washington, D.C. tomorrow to deliver what her campaign calls her closing argument in a speech from the National Mall. Early voting is underway. Long Islanders waited at long lines to cast their ballots at polling places over the weekend. Saturday was the largest first-day early voting turnout in Nassau and Suffolk ever. Early voting ends on Sunday. Read more about the races, candidates, and where to vote in Newsday's Voter's Guide on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And while you're there, watch the debate in the 1st Congressional District and our one-on-one interviews with some of the candidates. The Yankees are looking to bounce back tonight, finding themselves in a 2-0 World Series hole. The Bombers host the Dodgers in the Bronx for Game 3 after 2 heartbreaking losses in L.A. Captain Aaron Judge is looking to get on track in this postseason. He's 6 for 40 with 19 strikeouts. Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani is expected to play tonight in Yankee Stadium. Well, according to Los Angeles manager Dave Roberts, Ohtani partially dislocated his shoulder when he was caught stealing in Game 2. Experiencing racism in school may cause mental health problems for students. That's according to a recent CDC study that found nearly a third of high schoolers said they experienced racism in school last year. Researchers also said those who had experienced it were more likely to turn to substance abuse, as well as to develop mental distress. Newsday reporter Tiffany Cusack-Smith takes a look at one possible solution.
Some experts say that there needs to be more training for cultural sensitivity of staff, and that schools can do more to celebrate different cultural holidays as kind of a protectorate of students before they deal with racism.
Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Commuters have a new place to sit while waiting for a train at Grand Central Madison. Alfonso Castillo has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
After coming off the longest escalators in the entire MTA system, Grand Central Madison commuters may be looking for somewhere to take a load off. Well, now you've got one.
These benches are awesome. Take advantage.
The Long Island Railroad recently unveiled a new seating area on the mezzanine level of Grand Central Madison, right next to the escalators and stairs leading to the tracks. Until now, LIRR commuters looking to sit down while they waited for their train at Grand Central had few options, other than a waiting room next to the concourse level ticket office. The 28 new aluminum seats were a sight for sore eyes or sore feet for Allison Krieger, who broke her foot about a month ago.
Stayed upstairs a few times, but then you gotta rush to get downstairs, so better to sit down here than upstairs.
The new seating area comes 18 months after the opening of Grand Central Madison. The station is now used by about 80,000 riders daily.
We saw more people than we, in the planning process, anticipated crowding around the escalators directly to the tracks. We saw a need. We put in some seating to deal with it. It's principally for people with mobility challenges.
For now, there are only benches near the waiting area at the bottom of the 47th Street escalators. Asked whether there are plans to add more benches, Lieber said the MTA wants to see how the new seating area is used before deciding what to do next. Merrick commuter Kyle Bullock believes there's room for a lot more benches at Grand Central, but for now he'll take what he can get.
I come here, I'll sit down on the floor and just wait, or you stand and you suffer. And I'm really glad they're here.
In Grand Central Madison, for NewsdayTV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
Alfonso, thank you. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Hungry? Well, you may want to head to Manhattan for a food hall where you can sample food from around the world all in one place. The adventures of Scott Vogel continue today.
Why do food halls exist? Well, sometimes it's to showcase certain cuisines, a certain price point, or sometimes it's a way to repurpose a historic structure.
And then there's this food hall on Pier 57 in Manhattan's Chelsea, which is openly, unabashedly on a mission.
The dozen or so kiosks at Market 57, which opened last year, were selected with input from the James Beard Foundation, which wanted to highlight restaurants and cafes run by women, minorities, and other groups underrepresented in the culinary industry. First stop, Zab Zab for Thai food.
The spicy will make you sweat from your head to your toe.
But not the Thai most of us are familiar with.
Isan is an underserved region. It's on the northeast of Thailand.
Specialties include lemongrass sausage made with pork and fermented rice.
So good.
And larb, Zab Zab's signature meat salad.
I can see why that's your signature dish. Yeah, that's good, right?
Next up, glizzies.
Do you wear this every day? Nope.
If you're wondering, his partners thought it would be funny if he dressed as a hot dog for our interview.
I had this crazy idea. It's like, I love hot dogs, but where can I get a hot dog? And I was like, I used to get hot dogs going up. I used to get hot dogs in the corner everywhere from the cart.
But glizzies are not your standard cart dogs.
See what I mean by messy delicious?
Okay, that's enough of messiness. On to simpler fare, but with serious intentions.
The idea sparked from the hope to give job training or job opportunities to people who had barriers to employment. And we decided on coffee after that idea.
Oh, really? So you had the idea first and then the coffee?
Yes, because the job skills are transferable.
One of their most popular drinks, the Nightingale, a tea and coffee mixture with notes of Earl Grey. Oh, and I also tried a matcha brownie.
Is matcha everywhere now? I mean, is there anything that's not matcha?
And last but not least, the exciting dumplings and noodles at Nomois. This is only the second location of a legendary Chinatown tea parlor that opened way back in 1920.
We want to bring our food to everyone. Our best seller here is the pad fried noodles with chicken.
I knew I was gonna love it. I'm coming back here for these. They are good.
As you can see, there's lots of good work going on at Market 57 in more ways than one.
Read more about the food halls in the city on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Use the Newsday Newsday Interactive Voters Guide for easy access to all races and issues across Long Island. Sort elections by location and create your own reference ballot. Get ready for Election Day with the Newsday Voters Guide at newsday.com/votersguide.
Checking out your hyperlocal Monday weather, another sunny day, but there is a threat of showers on the way. We'll talk about it. Checking out your day planner. Plenty of sunshine today, but we are much cooler. Highs only in the 50s in Ronkonkoma. Now for a look at your futurecast. Let's talk about the rain. Some possible showers, mainly in the afternoon. Of course, we'll keep an eye on it. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast. It's shaping up to be a warm and sunny Halloween for all the trick-or-treaters out there.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching.